Welcome to the News Analysis channel. We would be analyzing on BRICS unveils symbolic banknote, pushes for local currency trade amid dollar debate and a surprising revelation that could redefine media ethics and political influence. Jeff Bezos, the billionaire owner of the Washington Post, reportedly halted the editorial board's plans to endorse Vice President Kamala Harris for a potential 2024 presidential run. This intervention, first leaked by sources within the Washington Post, raises complex questions about the impact of billionaire ownership on media independence and political transparency. According to insiders, discussions within the Washington Post's editorial board were well underway, with several key members advocating for an endorsement that aligned with the paper's progressive stances. Yet, when word reached Bezos, he reportedly stepped in, calling for the endorsement to be reconsidered or dropped. This isn't the first time Bezos has been criticized for his sway over the Post's editorial choices, but it is perhaps the most public and politically charged instance. Bezos's decision has led to widespread speculation on his motives. Some analysts suggest the move is driven by Bezos's business interests, particularly around Amazon's ongoing concerns with regulatory scrutiny. Both Amazon and Blue Origin, Bezos's aerospace company, could be heavily impacted by future Democratic policy shifts on tech regulation and anti-monopoly laws. Supporting Kamala Harris could be seen as a risk to those interests. On the other hand, Bezos has never been shy about expressing his political views, often positioning himself as a centrist among tech giants. Some experts argue that his intervention reflects a broader strategy to keep the Post politically neutral, a challenging stance in today's polarized media environment. But how much does his influence as an owner clash with the independence expected of a prominent news outlet like the Washington Post? This is not the first time media ownership has come into question. While Bezos has generally maintained that he doesn't meddle with day-to-day editorial decisions, the line between influence and editorial independence can blur when major endorsements are at stake. Historically, the Washington Post has backed progressive candidates, especially during critical election cycles, so this choice marks a distinct shift in the publication's tradition. Bezos's actions, if true, suggest that even one of the nation's most respected newspapers isn't immune to the influence of its billionaire owner, with media companies increasingly owned by billionaires, from Bezos at the Post to Rupert Murdoch at Fox. The public has expressed growing concerns about how these influences shape the information we consume. Bezos's reported intervention could heighten calls for stricter transparency requirements for media ownership. The public wants to know, are endorsements driven by unbiased journalistic judgment, or are they compromised by ownership interests? Across social media, reactions have been swift and divided. Some argue that Bezos has the right to ensure his business interests align with the Post's political stance, while others fear this signals a dangerous precedent for the industry as a whole. Prominent media figures, journalists, and political analysts have voiced their concerns, questioning if any media outlet can remain truly independent under corporate ownership. If the Washington Post holds back on endorsing a candidate like Kamala Harris, the ripple effects could be felt across the media landscape. Many other news outlets look to the Washington Post as a leader in political endorsements, and a noticeable absence of support could influence how other editorial boards approach the 2024 election. Political experts say this may signal a trend where newsrooms, aware of their owners' preferences, tread carefully or even remain neutral in upcoming election cycles. As media and politics intersect more than ever, this story raises the stakes for transparency and integrity in newsrooms nationwide. Whether this marks a shift in the Washington Post's endorsement strategy or remains an isolated incident, it's a crucial reminder of the power dynamics in media today. How will this impact the 2024 presidential race, and will other media giants follow suit? We'll be following this developing story closely as new details emerge. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on news that matters to you, from media industry insights to the upcoming 2024 elections. Thanks for watching.